Alright, so now we're going to work on our handle section. What you want to do is take your pieces and look at the ends. You see these markings that are kind of in the middle between the two marks? You can see that here and here, here and here. What you're going to need to do is take a half round file, or you can actually wrap a piece of sandpaper around a dowel like not a dowel, but a piece of pipe like this, and you want to go, let me show you, you want to actually go and start making a groove between these two. You just want to keep going until this is fairly deep. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to finish these up and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I've filed these grooves in here, and the grooves are going to go about halfway down the pipe, you can see. A little less than half on this one. Another thing I did was I took a full or a round file and I actually cut a groove in the top. This is where our arrow is going to rest. Because this bow is truly center shot, unless the arrow has some sort of rest or guide, it's just going to flop all over the place. So you need some sort of rest, and this is just kind of the beginnings of the rest we're going to put on here. As you can see, the way this is going to work is these two are going to attach to the bow limbs, and this handle is going to attach to these two pieces. This is the handle assembly. So now we're going to go and lash it on to the bows. Alright, so attaching these is going to be pretty straightforward. What I'm going to do is take I'm just using cotton twine, just because this bow is a lower weight. What you want to do is, this is the upper limb, you can see here. So what I'm doing is I want to tie just a simple overhand knot around this bow here. So tie it once, so just tie this once, see, and then because this is going to be the start of my tying or my lashing, I just want to tie it off again so that it won't move. Alright, so there it is. So you take your first handle cross piece and you just want to start crisscrossing over it. So first I go over one side, then this goes around to the other side, and when I bring it around to the other side, I bring that over the front again, bring that around this side once more, around the back again, around the front again. So you see I'm just kind of going back and forth like this. So I do that just until it starts feeling a little more solid. Okay, so once I've got a decent amount of wraps, I want to basically start wrapping the other way. So you want to bring it over, then crisscross over the front here, then bring it around the belly side like this, crisscross over the back again, bring it around the belly side, crisscross over the back again, and you just keep crisscrossing like that. Okay. So once you've wrapped around that a decent number of times, you can see we've got a good wrap on both sides. Just want to tighten everything up, and then you want to go under and around. And you actually want to wrap the wraps that you made. This is just going to really tighten things up. Alright, so once you've wrapped around like this, you take this end here, you cut the end, you take this end here, what you do is you make a big loop like this. You bring the end of your loop over onto the side, if you can see. So this is the end of my loop. Then you take the rest of your loop here, if you could see, you want to actually start wrapping over that little loop. So you just wrap maybe for about 1/4 of an inch, and once you've finished wrapping, I'll do that real quick, just wrap it for about 1/4 inch. Once you've done that, you take your loose end, you pull it through, and then you just pull this really tight. Okay, so here's one portion of our handle. So now the way I would do it is I would do the next piece, and it really doesn't matter where you put it right now because you can actually shift these a little bit. But you just want to keep in mind that this first one, you want to put it so that it's right at the center line. And then the other one should go right around where this middle handle section will sit. You can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap these pieces, and I'll show you what that looks like.